You mentioned gratitude. I went and had some ayahuasca ceremonies in December, and one of the big takeaways is that instead of practicing gratitude like I was trying to do on a daily basis and remind myself to be grateful, and I'm pretty good at that. I remember, and I said to some people, I actually feel grateful. Like, I feel grateful to be alive. I feel grateful to be here. I feel grateful for this food. I feel grateful for all of this stuff. Tell me maybe why I felt that way, and why is gratitude so important?
Gratitude is a confirmation of seeing what is. Ingratitude or judgment is a confirmation of seeing what isn't. Empedocles, 5th century, 6th century philosopher, said that there's love and strife. And when you're seeing things as they are, you feel grateful and you feel love. And when you see things as they're not, you're feeling internal conflict and emotion. And so you probably had a broad, in the ayahuasca experience, you probably had a broader mind and saw things from a state where it's neither positive nor negative. It's just a neutral state, and you're in awe. And in that state, now that doesn't guarantee that if you take ayahuasca you'll get that, because some people have polarizations, but it's very possible. If you have that state, you can't have anything because you see things from a state where you're not judging it. You're just sitting there and experiencing it. And you're transcendent. And this transcendent state is an awe state. It spontaneously brings gratitude out. And it's easy to be able to see it because you're not seeing anything out of order. You're seeing both sides simultaneously. I keep a gratitude journal every single day. You're already in it for the day. Because I typed it this morning before I got it. I'm getting to spend time with Brian. I'm getting ready to do London Reel, and I was
nice.
I wrote it
gratitude journal.
Yeah, you're already in the. It's already in the gratitude.
Okay.
I do a gratitude journal every single day. I document every single thing that I got to do that day, and anything I learned from a 35-year-old guy that had 6 PhDs. He was a Lakeshwar Ram. He was an amazing mystic and scientist. He had 6 doctorate degrees. Very bright guy. He said, don't ever go to bed at night until you see things in a way where it was on the way and you're grateful. So I took that at 23, because I was a student of his at 23. And I took that, and I've been doing a gratitude journal. I was born on Thanksgiving Day. And
of course you were.
My mom said to me when I was 4, when she put me to sleep, she says, son, make sure you count your blessings, because those who are grateful for what they have, they get more to be grateful for. And I am certain that's true. When you're grateful, which means you see the order and you see things on the way and you're not judging it. Because when you judge something and you look down on something or up on something, you've got disowned parts. You disempowered yourself. And you're designed to have friction and resistance and frustration and symptoms because you're not seeing things as they are. You're seeing things as you assume they are. You know, and as Paul Dirac, the Nobel Prize winner, says, it's not that we don't know so much, we know so much that isn't so.
We know so much what?
That isn't so.
Oh, that isn't so, yeah.
Yeah, and the Gita, Prabhupada, I met Prabhupada in 69, and I met Goswami Gaudadeva, and he became a patient of mine.
You met Prabhupada in New York City?
No, I met him in Hawaii.
In Hawaii, okay.
But he was in New York before that.
Yeah.
And he wrote the book, right, the Vedanta, and I have all of his books and everything else. And I remember this Gita, it says, as it is. Om Tat Sat, as it is. And I didn't really comprehend that back, when I was 27 years old, 17 years old, 16 years old when I first met him. But I understand it now. As it is means you have no intention of imposing your misinterpretation on the magnificence of the universe. And you're humble before the universe. In theological angle, humbleness to divinity is what brings certainty to humanity. Because and the divinity is not an anthropomorphic deity that's punishing, rewarding like some, geocentric Aristotelian theologies are promoting. It's a humbleness of the intelligence that permeates the universe that's revealed through the natural laws of mathematical equations and the elegant symmetries of perfection. In Ramanujan's The Man Who Knew Infinity, right? In one of the scenes, because they're right towards the end of the movie, the Hardy is basically standing up and he says, we're in an infinite pursuit for the perfection, right? And so the perfection, as Leibniz said in his Discourse on Metaphysics, the perfection is already there. But what we do is we get so many moral hypocrisies and so much educated incompletions of awareness imposed on that we don't appreciate what's there. And when we finally get to see what's there, it's awe-inspiring. The magnificence of what's actually there is far greater than any fantasies we keep imposing on it. And we go along and we're taught by theologians. You know, the theologians are basically trying to keep us disempowered by promoting an idea to be nice, never mean, be kind, never cruel, be positive, never negative, because if you do, you're striving for that which is unavailable and trying to avoid that which is unavoidable, and it's not obtainable, so you beat yourself up, so you give your power away. So the people that have power get to project their values as the oppressor over the oppressed kind of thing. And those moral hypocrisies are guaranteed to disempower people because it's not obtainable. So people are striving for that which is unobtainable. And I had a lady in the breakthrough recently, magnificent. She's striving for peace. Peace, 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 peace. Everything's got to be peace. Avoiding all conflicts. And so anytime you strive for one side, the other side comes like a magnet. You get the other side. Jung mentioned this in his work on the shadow. So what we do is we think we're going to get a one-sided world and the other side smacks us. The more infatuated we're with this, the more frightened we're of this. But if we actually realize that they come together and embrace both of them, the pleasures and the pains, the peace and war. When you're in a marriage, you don't have peace without war. You have nice and mean and kind and cruel and positive, negative and peace and war and pleasant, unpleasant and, slugs and hugs. This is the nature of the lovemaking and loving. Even lovemaking looks like attraction and repulsion. It's balance. So when you finally realize that that's the magnificence, that's the perfection, and not try to make a one-sided world perfection, which is impossible, you don't have the futility of striving for that which is unobtainable. And you don't have the frustration of keep attracting the thing that has to go with it. And so this lady was dedicated to peace, had 3 men that beat her in her life. And so now she stayed away from all men that beat her, and she ended up having a skin condition that's attacking her skin now. And I said, so you can't escape the other side. When you finally embrace both sides, your body will heal, and you will end up, when you can stand up and have a bantering with a man, instead of playing small and looking for a fantasy, and grow up and mature enough to see both sides of life, these men won't have to come into your life to keep pointing out what you keep disowning.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple-digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline.
I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, we love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up.
If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?